Hey darlings, welcome back. It's Effie. I'm about to show you guys something different. So I stitch braid using my index finger. Most people when they stitch braid, they use their pinky finger or they use a comb. But for me, I use my index finger because it's more comfortable for me, and I haven't really seen anybody using their index finger. So I decided to show you guys because you guys know I like to share with you whatever I know and just throw it out there in case it helps you. So I'm gonna be doing 7 stitch braids with little braids in between, and I'm about to do the little braid, and I'm going to use very small amounts of braiding here to start the little braid, as you can see, before I show you guys how I do my stitch braid. So I'm applying some shine and jam on the sides of the part to make it sleek, because when you're doing stitch braids, you cannot stitch with dry hair. You're not gonna get the actual stitches to show. And my model has very thick hair, so I'm using a big comb to like really comb her hair out and just make the roots of her hair free, because she has very thick roots. And if you're doing stitch braids on thick hair, you have to be very patient, because if you rush, the stitches are not gonna show. So you have to really take your time to make sure the roots are like detangled and free, and make sure it's ready before you start stitching, okay? So before I start stitching, I do my stitch anchor by making a part in front and then splitting her hair into 2 parts. Okay, this is my stitch anchor. When I say anchor, I mean my stitch guide. The line in the middle is going to allow the braid to stay in the middle while the stitches are going to be on the side. Okay, so this part right here, I'm going to start braiding with her hair, and I'm going to braid about 3 times. Okay, so I'm going to braid 1, braid 2, braid 3, and I'm right-handed, so I'm going to start stitching from the right side. So I hold her hair like this. Okay, and then I use my index finger to take my first stitch, braid over to the left side, use my left index finger to take my left stitch, and then braid over to the right side, use my right index to take my right stitch. And now at this point, I'm going to add my first braiding hair, very small amount, and then braid over to the left side, take my next stitch, and then braid over to the right side, tuck that piece under. And now that I've tucked the piece under, I'm going to take my right stitch one more time and then feed in the next braiding hair. So for every time I tuck the piece under on the right side, I feed in my next braiding hair, and just repeat the rhythm again. Go over to the left, take my left stitch, tuck that piece under. I could add the braiding hair now, and then take my right stitch, braid over to the left side, take my left stitch, like so. Okay, somebody said I always use the word like so. Like so, okay, like so, like so. You guys be laughing at my Nigerian accent, but that's not the most important thing right now. The most important thing is that you are learning, Abi. Okay, you are learning. I am Nigerian, and I will use my Nigerian accent. Okay, so just follow the rhythm. And I'm going to repeat this for you guys, so just keep on watching.
you mash up the place. But your body is your truth, so because of them sucker. Sugar mama, and another text on your brother. Top shutter, it go harder, and that. Girl, you really got me in the mood. Watch you with your friends, make it loose. Now me and my brothers got to choose. To the end, I'm in the trouble news. Girl, you really got me in the mood. Watch you with your friends, make it loose. Now me and my brothers got to choose. To the end, I'm in the trouble news. So into you, you want me, you want me, you want me, you want me, girl, so into you. Give me love every day, give me love. Girl, I love the way you move. Not to say you when you back up, and you mash up the place. Your body is your truth, so because of them, so I just say sugar mama. And another flex on your body. Top shutter, they go harder.
So that's my index finger technique. You should try it out if it works for you. If you struggle with using your pinky or using the comb, you could do this if it works. And one thing you should remember is for every time you take hair on the left, on the right side, just make sure that the hair you're taking is equal on both sides so that the stitch at least look like, you know, it looks equal, like left stitch and right stitch is both equal. And then I just dip the ends of the braids. What I sprayed on our hair is leave-in conditioning spray. I'll leave the products in the description box, and that's pretty much it. So give this video a thumbs up, like this video, subscribe to this channel. I actually have a class coming soon for both stitch braids and cornrows. Thank you guys, and bye.